everyone, my name is Taylin Park, and today I'm going to share you guys about my life. Okay, my life was always full of surprises. My birth was a surprise, my grades were a huge surprise, and when I had to move to the Philippines to study there, it was another unexpected surprise. But when I had to move back to Korea from the Philippines, that was the biggest surprise of my life. The thing is, when surprises keep attacking you out of nowhere, you start to panic at first, but then you'll begin to cope with it. I know it sounds difficult, and believe me, it was difficult, adjusting to all the new circumstances, but the key here is to never give up and always believe in yourself. I know it sounds really cliche, and I know that my life isn't as dramatic as all the other people telling us to do this. But I've also been through pretty tough situations myself, and I've also been through pretty serious problems myself, and so I hope that everyone will be on the same page with me as I speak. Okay, to get to a fresh, new start, let me begin with the classics. I was born and raised in Daegu, South Korea until I was 11, and I lived a very, very ordinary life under lovely, caring parents. And I really liked my ordinary life. I liked the fact that I didn't have to adjust to any new circumstances or that I didn't have anything special to work with. But then things changed when I turned 11. I had to move to the Philippines without knowing how to speak in English. And it was all decided without me knowing until a week before my departure, so I didn't have time to prepare for my long, long travel, both mentally and physically. So here comes the interesting part, the part where I start to live in the Philippines. At first, as all of you guys might have guessed, it was terrible. I didn't know how to speak in English, so I didn't understand any of the lectures, and all the cultural differences were making my life miserable every day. And I missed everyone back in Korea so much. Well, I could have lived like that, gloomy and miserable, but then one day I thought, what am I doing? And I was asking myself, where is the me that I know that was always so positive and happy? Then things started to change. I started to change. I tried to make friends, I studied English, and it wasn't all successful, but as I said in the beginning, never give up. And studying English and taking exams with it were really difficult, but I did not give up. But just like most interesting stories, my happiness didn't last long. When I was finally able to adjust to all my studies in the Philippines, I had to move back to Korea. Now this was really tough for me because not only am I not used to all the Korean culture and the Korean people, but Korean education was so different from the one in the Philippines. And all the subjects I learned were different. And subjects like Korean and Korean history, my knowledge was paused at elementary level. But then we're talking about high school here, which is directly linked to our university, so I could not give up. So I kept trying and trying. I worked 2 times more than other people would during exam weeks, and my grades slowly started to improve. And I would have never done this if I had given up the first time I had met my limits. When I see an obstacle that's blocking me, I could just walk back and look for an easier way, but I could also jump over the obstacle through some hard work and effort. What I want to say is, all of you guys have the ability to jump over the obstacle like I did. I don't know how much time it will take you or how much effort should be put. But if you have the will to do it, and if you really believe that you can jump over the obstacle, then you will be able to jump over the obstacle like I did. Thank you.